Good day to our channel members. Hope you're all liking and subscribing to our content. Today we're interviewing Monty. We've seen plenty of videos of this beautiful car, but I think Monty needs to explain to us exactly what's going on here. Monty?
Hi, Roy. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. Yeah, so basically, Roy, this is a 1968 Escort. That could have started off as an 1100,
maybe 11 or 1300.
1300. I'm not too sure, but anyway, I bought it from another mate of mine. I would say approximately 3 years ago. And then I've always had a love for a Mark 1 Escort. Right. I had the 1600 Sports prior to this, which unfortunately I had to let go to fund this car.
To fund this?
Yeah, so basically I bought this car, like I said, 3 years ago, and a lot of time and effort went into it. Yeah, and finally it's here.
That's it. Okay. That's good. So you've had, how can I say, you've been involved with Fords in the past. Your 1600 Sport that you had, how long did you have that for?
Oh yes, the 1600 Sport I had for about approximately 3 to 4 years, and also I do a lot of work on that.
In the time that you've had the car, please tell us. I mean, I remember seeing very good interior upgrades. I saw some nice engine upgrades to that car, and yeah, we just never really got to see it that often, eh?
Yeah, unfortunately, well, that was actually a road-going car when I bought it. And obviously I upgraded the motor on the car. There's quite a bit of work on the motor. Yes. I did the interior and all of that. And unfortunately I had to part ways with that one.
Okay.
To fund this one.
Yes.
And then, yeah, well, I have no regrets. I've come a long way. And this is where we are now.
But this is a striking yellow color. What was the choice behind this?
Well, this actually originated from one of my other cars in the previous years. I had a yellow Datsun, and that color grew on me, you know, the very same shade as this.
Okay.
So, yeah, so after the Datsun, well, after a good few cars later, I bought a 1600 Sport Mark II, also yellow. So after I sold that one, I decided to go with this Mark I, which also happens to be yellow, but not the very same shade.
Not the same shade.
Yeah, so I stripped it down. I stripped it down to bare metal, and I redid this one yet, the yellow that I actually prefer, you know. Yeah, so this is where we are now.
So you went through extensive work on bodywork, and then you decided to move on to the engine. You had quite a nice 1600 Kent motor built up.
Oh yes, it actually had an original 1600 Kent motor.
Yes.
But I decided to upgrade the motor with a few mods, you know, to make it a little bit faster than the standard 1600 Kent.
And blend in with current time.
Absolutely, yeah. I've got a set of side rod 40s on this car.
Okay.
Weber side rods.
Yes.
For 244 fast road Kent.
Awesome.
Yeah, and tweaked it up a bit.
It's a nice car. And consumption is good? Or average? Or how do you find it?
It all depends on the driving. Obviously, if you put your foot down, it's got side rocks, it'll...
We know the feeling.
Yeah.
Yes.
As much as you would like to enjoy the performance, at the same time, it does take...
It does.
Yeah,
we understand.
Yeah, the fuel consumption
Alrighty.
is much higher.
And the rest of the drivetrain, 5-speed?
I've got a 5-speed Sierra box, Type 9 box, which keeps the revs down.
Keeps it nice.
Yeah, it gives it much better performance.
Okay.
And yeah, basically that is it.
Alrighty. And then obviously suspension. What's the story?
I beefed up the suspension. I've got a Mark II 1600 Sport front suspension.
Alright.
Much stronger stabilizer bar.
Yes.
And I've got coilovers in the front.
Okay, nice.
And the rear suspension is actually decambered springs.
Decambered.
Just to keep the ride height lower.
Yes.
Which adds to much better road handling.
But the sleekness of the car, it's got the right proportions. It just looks good. It sits right on the ground. That's excellent.
Absolutely. I like the ride height the way it is now.
Yes.
And yeah, so it adds to the much handling, better performance with cornering and all of that.
And obviously a nice add-on touch-up is the RS 4-spoke style wheel.
Yeah, well, the RS 4-spoke, I had to import these wheels all the way from JBW wheels in the UK. You obviously cannot get these locally, so I preferred the nice, deep dish look. So I decided to go with the 7.5J wheel.
That's period
30-inch.
correct.
Period correct. Yes, that's about it.
Okay. And just a quick rundown in terms of interior. What did you decide to do there?
With the interior, I actually had these. I actually redid the complete interior. New carpeting, new hood lining, seats. These Recaro seats I had in my Sport, which I pulled off to keep it for this car.
Okay.
And I actually had them installed here.
Lovely.
Much more comfortable than the standard seats.
Correct.
Than the original seats,
Correct.
Yeah, so.
And then just in the short space of time, we call it short, but this has actually been about 2 years now that you've been driving and enjoying this car.
Absolutely.
But what can you tell us? What's been your highs and lows?
Well, the build itself took me approximately 3 years to get to this state.
Okay.
When I bought the car, it was, just basically the shell. The engine was stripped. The previous owner had some sort of ideas to rebuild another motor for the car. And I made him an offer, and I managed to secure the deal, and that's when I let the Sport go. And I took this one over, and I decided to build on the original motor. Upgrade the original motor to where it is now.
Yes. But also, once again, period correct. That's what we really enjoy about this car. It attracts the right attention for the right reasons. And I think lastly, what do you have planned future-wise? What do you think?
I think, basically, Roy, I've got to where I would want it to be in terms of performance and looks. And I'm quite happy with the way it is at the moment.
Now it is just get in and drive and enjoy.
Absolutely. The car is reliable, and the whole idea was to build a good, reliable motor, which I was successful with that. And it's been a few long trips already without any issues, without any, major mechanical issues. Yeah, it's quite reliable. That was the whole idea,
Alright, Monty, so thank you so much for actually sharing your experience with your vehicle. We definitely hope to see this for many more years in our club ranks. And thank you so much for
being
here.
Thank you for having me over as well. Much appreciated.
So guys, please remember to like, subscribe, keep those engines roaring, and come back to our channel for new content.